Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Leschber with 1836 Property Management. And this video is to go over our Q2 2023 Investor Satisfaction Survey results. Every quarter, we send out a survey just to get feedback. Either people are trying to find a gift card because we care and we want to listen on your feedback so we can consistently improve. The teams, the property managers, and general management goes over all of these. So your feedback, even if you don't relate your name, is read. Do care when we discuss it in our meetings. So one of the big things we ask is how likely are you to recommend our company and services? It's called Net Promoter Score. And I'm really happy to say that about 70% of people are 8 and above on this survey. Now, this survey didn't have but about, let's just say a lot less responses than normal, but it's summer, people are traveling, and we understand you guys may not want to click buttons at all times, and you have plenty in your to-do boxes already ready. Another question we ask is, where do you feel real estate valuations are headed in 2024? And about 30% said they'll continue to increase. And Austin, I'm going to have to agree, about 35% said they'll stick flat. You're not wrong on that. Another big chunk of this, almost 25%, said I've heard much news on both sides. I have no opinion because everybody's got something to sell or say. Only about 12% said that they'll fall, and I got to agree with you. So if you have a rental property, even if all things are static, you're still paying that mortgage down, gaining depreciation, using leverage to build your nest egg, guys, you're in the right place and doing the right thing. So let's dig into just a few of our investor satisfaction comments so that we can display to you guys that we'll be transparent. We do read your feedback and we do care. I found that communication is really the biggest issue in property management because we think we know something, we think we should have, but then people don't necessarily hear it all the time. So we're going to keep repeating until we're all on the same page. The first one that I've picked out of all these today is about a first-time customer who believes that they had 4 applicants on their property and that we chose someone with poor credit history and it was a high-risk tenant. They've had some challenges with the rental payments, and they said the initial deposit was late, which I'll come back to. But more than anything, their main reason to hire us was to find expertise in the best tenants, and they've been micromanaging late payments. So I find this interesting on several levels because we don't choose people based on the worst credit score. So some of these other people may have not had as good of an offer, or they may have done something different, but we cannot divulge all of that because the level of information we get is protected by federal law. So for someone to say we picked the worst, there's really no way for a client to know that because internally that stuff used to be kept under physical lock and key, and now it's kept under cyber lock and key, if you will, but it can't be shared. So I'm sorry if that was the feeling that came across, but there's no way for a client to know that information that someone did or didn't have a better credit score than others. We certainly don't choose anybody that we think is going to cause problems because that makes us look bad, but we also can't predict the future. If you're micromanaging as an owner, I would challenge you to connect with our rental property management team, your senior PM, because that senior PM is following up on that stuff every day, sending documents to everything else. So as an owner, I would shift the payments may be different. You're all challenged with delays, but there's really nothing on your end for you to do. That's why you hired us. That's why we're following on city, county, and change state laws and everything else comes in and out of federal laws so that we can get those people either paid up or evicted. We have very distinct timelines on how far we allow them to fall behind before we file for eviction. We've got to get them out of the tenant. So also we've got some guarantees. If this is a new tenant, we placed that tenant, which sounds like we did. Ask your property manager about those guarantees because we'll get you another tenant in there at no other charge. So that's something we do. We do place guarantees on our processes. Please reach out to them, set up a time, connect by video, preferably always, but by phone call if you're ever. In other words, I appreciate the follow through. Our best property management experience so far in terms of communication, which is great because communication is the big crux of everything. They'd like more information about repair costs. It seems high. Guys, I got to tell you, right? Austin is expensive. If you were here 5 years ago, you came back and transplanted today, you're going to be blown away at what things cost. It's not just you, it's everywhere. Prices go up. I see all the software we use go up in price about once a week. Everything comes through, and that's just kind of the nature of inflation and where we're at with everything. So you're not wrong. It is expensive. That is current market pricing for a lot of things. Keep up the great work around timely responses and detailed data information. Decisions great. We're communicating it well. Another one is I would appreciate more of a customer-focused approach to troubleshooting maintenance needs with the property owner. At times, I felt like I was not in control of maintenance decisions, and you wanted more input. I got to tell you, this is good. It's a valid feeling. It's just not always functional. When we get too many cooks in the kitchen, we can't make decisions. And so, if there is an A/B choice, would you like to do A or B? Because both are equal. We reach out to the owner and say, "Hey, what do you want to do? We just need a quick decision, but we're moving forward for your preferences." Our process, however, our policy is to replace like with like. And so if you've got a mid-level appliance, we're going to replace it with a mid-level appliance and we're going to move on. Because a lot of times that vendor has to do decisions while they're on property, make decisions while we're on property, and we need to get that information just quickly. Like we reach out to an owner, you could be responsible for a line of your $150 trip charges because we couldn't hear back from you. So we've got to have one chief in the village, and you guys hired us to do it. If you have any challenges, I definitely always suggest you connect with your property manager and go, "Hey, look, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but we want to upgrade our home. So if these appliances go bad and you can remember, help me upgrade it. I don't recommend that. I think that's a horrible idea because it's the real problem. It's about risk, reward, return. It's not about glass and lips, right? But whatever your feeling is, share that with your property manager and let them know how you feel. Stay in touch. Last one we're going to go over is your company employs the best and never worries a thing. Thank you for all that you do. Is what we strive for. So, ladies and gents, please, if you're one of our investors, fill out these satisfaction scores. Know that we read these. Property managers go through everyone with their teams every quarter, and these are really important to us so that we can consistently care about you guys, care about your properties. And one more plug is if you haven't started using the REI Monitor, you haven't connected with your property manager about that, it is a free service because we create the only real estate investment monitor that functions in real time in the nation across any property management company. So that's yours, guys. We did that just for you so that we can demonstrate and log rate of return. So talking about hope and dreams and toilets. Connect to your property manager. They'll get you set up. Again, it's included, no charge. Talk to you guys soon. You can always find us online at 1836propertymanagement.com. And thanks for helping make us the best property management company in Austin.